Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, and welcome to the program. And this is a bit of a late paid review, but better late than never, fuckers. And I've just sent you a small dose of mercy via PayPal. If you would please introduce me as my Xbox user name, Dixie Turner. Do not use my real name. You've got nasty fuckers out there. Just say Dixie Turner. Dixie Turner sends a nice little earner. I do have sympathy for your character, Arch. You see, I am too a child of 1972, and I have gone through the agonized identification as a sometime employed IT professional and sometime on the scrap heap, retraining, re-imaging my job, coming back to Australia, aspiring mug who thinks that at least one shouldn't compromise on a wristwatch. There must be one holdout for a man. Well, I've had some stability and made a little hay, and I went for the full boutique Omega experience at Castlereagh Street. And this is a very interesting tale, fuckers. Very, very interesting.
We specialize in the repair of Rolex and Patek Philippe watches. We've been doing the same thing for more than 25 years. We have Rolex technicians certified by Rolex who actually used to work for the company for many years, like if we're doing the work on the factory. We completely disassemble the watch and we put it to work like brand new condition. When you get a pre-owned watch, it's like if you're getting a brand new unit. The only difference is the money.
And continuing, I made a point of listening to your boutique etiquette video. I greeted the staff and was waited on by a very keen female attendant. I even prefer getting my hair cut by a man and I don't talk to women about watches, so I was very much in your territory, and in a way I wanted to be seduced into buying a watch. I always thought that the only problem with George Clooney was that the ladies' watches were more beautiful than the men's watches were handsome. George Clooney's face shined his celestial beneficence upon me from every wall. I have seen a lot of him on coffee capsule ads, and then I saw him with Sandra Bullock just drop in for a coffee on Sandra in the movie Gravity. How's that? I thought while watching the movie. He opened up a capsule, space capsule, and inside was Sandra Bullock. I mentioned to the attendant I wanted a watch with some real heritage, and to her credit, she talked me out of the reduced size Speedmaster in favor of my Man on the Moon! Man on the Moon. I wasn't coy, and on leaving she asked these two questions. Which model do you have in mind? And when will we see you again? It was to be half an hour. Well, obviously it is routine for a store person to sell a watch, but she asked me what my occasion was as a purchaser. Sometimes regarding yourself as a gentleman and knowing that others might need their hint by your grooming is the occasion. But I don't know how to say this. How much do you explain to a stranger? It's a little bizarre having people carrying watches to you on felt trays. It's even stranger when you see other trays arriving like prescriptions to other parties who are just as hushed and excited in their quiet joy. I nosed around the DeVille line for a time where the attendant pointed to a female watch that she said was a Vogue equivalent of the professional Speedmaster. I couldn't see any resemblance. The divine lines leave me feeling a little tempered, and I must say that the Rolex Cellini line seems as mute to me. Although they were firm on the boutique price, I did arrange for an extra strap which would come with a proviso handed down by the attendant from the supervisor that this was a gift and not a concession to the price. You should see the packaging. When you open it up, the professional crate that holds the jeweler's loop and NATO strap, you do feel absolutely lethal. And then they were firm on the boot, and then it was time for a bout of handshaking where people asked me where I heard of the boutique and of my discerning model. Why, I cried out, do you know him? But you must. ArchieLuxury, fuckers! Everyone looked very put out and embarrassed, and out of a quiet, silent corner, a very sheepish face, full of crazed guilt, caught my eye. It was like finding another daydreamer who decided to forego their head-bowed prayers at church. I have been told that since I bought from that boutique, I may be entitled to some VIP tickets to a range showing. What a lovely story. What a lovely story. And I've kind of savored that story because I was waiting for my own moonwatch to come in. See, I knew I had one coming. I just couldn't announce it and jinx it on the channel. But I share your enthusiasm and I love my Speedmaster man on the moon. I love your tale and thank you so much for sharing it with the audience. And it means a lot to me that you mentioned the ArchieLuxury name in a prestige boutique. I thank you so much, and I think you could not have picked a better piece. In fact, you know, I've had my piece now for about a week. I wanted the nerves to settle in. I wanted to read this email live for you fuckers. Live for you fuckers. And I wanted to say, you know, I have the same feeling. If I had to be a one-watch person, I think the Omega Speedmaster man on the fucking moon is the way to go. I love it, love it, love it. And I think you also beat the price range. I think they've gone up by $1,000. So well done, chap. Well done indeed. And thank you for sharing that very special moment with Archibald Chesterfield III. I'm Archibald Chesterfield III. Tell me what you nasty foul-mouthed fuckers think of that. Nice one, Arch. Great story. What happened to that tooth? It's looking a bit bad, Archie.